Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Rodin here with some Minion Masters Mayhem. We have Defense Surge. So every half minute, I believe it's two elf crystal sentries and two crystal archers will spawn, pushing both lanes for both players. So I figured, well, why not just use a pretty standard crystal elf deck? This is literally just my glory elf deck. It's all my crystal elves with my highest synergy and bridge buddies, just because bridges are important. That's a pretty nice way to get them. I have Leliel's yeah, I think I said it properly the first time. Leliel's Vortex. It's a pretty nice cheap spell. I normally run Daggerfall, but I have this at pretty high glory, and sure, why not? The mana freeze mechanic can make it a little bit easier to stay on Mana Surge. I also have a Lone Scout. She's kind of anti-synergistic to stuff like Bridge Buddies or... Wait, no, I'm sorry, I was thinking about the Sentries. Wrong Sentries. These things. The Border Patrol. I removed these from the deck because I think the nerf that they got with the Mana Freeze 1, it hurts. It's not that big a difference, but I don't know. I think they're no longer a must-have in your deck. And instead, I'm trying out this new My Little Pony Charger. He's pretty interesting. Big, beefy dude, if you can protect him with the Guardian. And I'm also not the biggest fan of the new wildcard system where you add an additional card, and you can't use it as one of your actual cards in the deck. Typically in card games, it's a deck building rule of thumb that whatever the minimum required number of cards is for your deck, you also want to use that as a maximum and not go beyond it. So you typically don't want more than whatever the minimum required number of cards is, but I think it's essential to have an extra Guardian just because he can protect all your other elves who tend to be squishy, except for the Lord Fenrir. But if you can give him even more HP, then that's perfectly fine. I used to have the other 5-cost Golem, but that got nerfed too. A lot of the Crystal Elf cards got nerfed. So this used to give you 1 mana back when you played it. So you had to have the 5 mana to play it, but it was essentially a 4-cost card. And that was significantly better than having to give it back a mana when it dies. So I'm just using a Crystal Sentry instead. Generally okay card. I just also have it at high glory. This is literally just like the highest glory deck I can possibly assemble. And I think it'll do okay in Mayhem. This is also more of an exploratory Mayhem run. It's literally the first one I do. I figured I'd just try my Crystal Elf deck. I was able to get a win on the first try. My opponent had... I also try to learn from what my opponents think would be a good idea or what they demonstrate is a good idea and whatever the Mayhem is. So the best idea that I got from my first opponent is that Beam of Doom time to when the Mana Surge creatures start can be it's something. I honestly don't think it's a particularly great idea. He lost pretty badly with it. I think it's not good because he was trying to use his mana when the Mana Surges things spawn, and the problem I see with that is that you want to try to set up your Mana Surge. So I waited until this thing was right on there. Still gonna die, unfortunate. Oops, was not too late, so we're okay. So I think the Mana Surge things are gonna spawn soon. I'm gonna try to save my mana to enable my own Mana Surge as well as them. So the opponent goes for a Fireball. Actually, I think I'm gonna cancel that. I think this is a pretty good Fireball for myself. It does cost me the Mana Surge, but I'll try to set it up for when the next wave. Although actually I might be lying again because I might just pop the... I might let them attack a bit. Actually... Oops. Wasn't actually able to get... Yeah, that was not a great play for me. That was not great at all. I throw My Little Pony down. See what they... Could have used the... yeah, My Little Pony got some work done. Could have used the Mana Surge, but Now I will try to get the mana surge. He's going to tank quite a bit, so this is going to hurt my opponent's face quite nicely. Yep, that'll do. So obviously, if you're being given mana surge creatures, also they're crystal elves, I think that like just synergizing with even more crystal elves is a pretty solid idea. Oftentimes, to be quite frank, my exploratory runs suck. Just to put it succinctly, they just don't do well because I think, oh, this might be a good idea, but then I've run into my opponents who had an even better idea, and I go, oh wow, my idea, I mean, it sort of works, but this just works so much better, and then I can try to implement their idea, and maybe I can add something to it. But yeah, maybe just adding more crystal elves is perfectly fine, because if you're incentivized to going into mana surge, just double down on it and go even harder. Also, the Crystal Guardians are obviously very nice if you're being given free elf units. That's interesting. I want to grab the bridges. I do want my buddy Brutus. My opponent isn't playing anything. I don't know if he's just holding for... Oh, okay. I don't know how good that really is, honestly. I should have played the... Thankfully I did get that out in time. And actually that's really nice. Oh, he got out of range. That's unfortunate. That's pretty unfortunate. Okay, so this guy is going for a lot of AoE. I respect that. Not a bad idea at all. I'll play her now. She'll probably get there in range in time. So we have Setsu. It was too late. I anticipated what he was going to do, but I just did it too late. I think I'll hold the mana surge here. My master is a little bit better. Oh, okay, fair enough. Only got the ranged minions, but should hopefully be okay. And I have mana surge against him not having mana surge. He used the smite here. I think my little pony will do well here. That does disable my mana surge, so that was questionable. But hey, I baited a... Yeah, he's timing his AoEs to... Would have liked to have held the Masters just a little bit longer, but I felt it was necessary to drop that Guardian. Pretty smart there. That the turning card is pretty good for sure. Oof. At least he hit himself a little bit, so that's nice. And now I can have a pretty strong mana surge. That is going to destroy my golem, but okay, not quite as nice a mana surge. Need to play something to get the mana. And this will be a pretty nice fireball. It could have been a little bit better if I had actually aimed it properly, but c'est la vie. Alright, this is actually not a particularly good My Little Pony, and I was late on using my mana. That could cost me quite a bit. Oh, the fireball preemptively hurt. Yeah, he did. Very good push there. That hurt. That one hurt. Maybe I should have given her more support, but I'm a little bit concerned about my face here. Just a little, oh crap. That's gonna be terrifying. That actually killed me. Nice. Okay, so there we did learn something from our opponent. That mind control thing is very potent indeed. I should have looked at his card because I don't actually know what that thing is called. Looked at his deck rather. But yeah, he used that exceedingly well. And it's a pretty smart idea because if your enemy's creatures spawn in their face with Mana Surge, like if you can set up their Mana Surge and play that spell, you do a bunch of damage, and also your opponent is going to have to attack his own creatures to potentially kill them. Oh, okay, we have a Swarmer. I'll give that one the backup since that's where he put that nest. And now I'll probably start saving for a Mana Surge. That was a questionable placement. I didn't place that Fireball quite properly. Yeah, I missed. The wall is an interesting idea. I don't know if it's actually good, but it's interesting. I think I'll just play My Little Pony here. I think it's irritating. I'm going to kill it for sure. Oof. I need to actually do this to have... Damn, it's not actually able to kill the stuff because they weren't able to get to the center. That was a mistake as well. I should have put her on the ones that were going to get closer. A lot of mistakes for me, apparently. I will let them ride out the Mana Surge a little bit. Actually, I'll drop a Guardian instead. I do want to get her going. I do have the Fireball. Let me try to actually aim it properly this time. Yep, that would have easily destroyed him. That Fireball was going to get massive value because he also played into it. So actually Fireball is pretty good. It's maybe not as good as the mind control thing, but it's very good as well. The thing is I need to aim it better to actually hit the second Arcanist. And yeah, it's not an Archer, it's actually an Arcanist. So it spawns a Sentry and Arcanist. I would like to get the Ghost. I actually don't have that card in my collection. I've sat on plenty of shards just because I like the cards that I have just fine. I occasionally craft a couple cards, but typically I've crafted mostly like cheap cards. Although recently I did craft a Zhao Long just because it's a really good card and it's maybe no longer top tier. I was looking at the leaderboards and most people seem to no longer run that card. So our opponent, I gave him the bridge, which is probably a mistake, but I don't really want to protect her. I'd rather protect this one. Yeah. Oof, I got destroyed there. A stinking little monkey. That's not... I fat-fingered there. I wanted to play Bridge Crabs. Yeah, just fat-fingered it. Also, I need to reset here because I'm doing a lot of mistakes. I need to make use of the Brutus. Cataclysm is a pretty good response as well. Well, I do have the Fireball, but maybe that's not enough. I also need to answer this stupid thing. It's a pretty good one. Thankfully I did force it out before he could actually... Taking a lot of damage to the face, but that's hopefully not the end of the world. Alright, I definitely am going to back this up with a golem. I need the mana surge to trigger. There we go. Golem is dead, but... Ah, you wrecked my shit. Expecting a cataclysm here pretty soon. Maybe I saved enough. No, not even close. Damn. Also, I just... he was getting way too much buff value. This is... My opponent is playing well, and I'm playing poorly. That's not a good combination, as you might expect. Yeah. Yeah, my opponent was playing well, I was playing poorly, and as a result, the loss is to be expected. I do like the Magma Storm. I was calling it Cataclysm. The monkeys are really irritating. This might be worth crafting. It got nerfed recently. Like, these things used to be even more ridiculous at 360 HP. That was a pretty bad joke for a ranged minion. Like, yeah, it loses damage and HP. Obviously it loses HP as it loses HP. That's a brilliant statement there. It loses damage as it loses HP, but a ranged minion with 360 HP was ridiculous. 300 HP is still a lot. Like, previously, Succubus was pretty damn healthy at like 225 HP, I think she has. And that thing has 300, so yeah, pretty beefy here for a ranged unit. And it has really good DPS too. It has Succubus DPS, at least at the start. I don't think the Beam of Doom is good. I just don't like Beam of Doom in general. I personally just prefer Fireball in nearly every instance. Obviously it can have higher DPS, but I just prefer to run Fireball. And I didn't use my Fireballs like effectively at all in this situation. I think the one memorable Fireball in that game was when I fat fingered it and threw it on literally nothing. I do like the Magma Storm. I think you should either run like the Magma Storm or the Mind Control thing, which I think it's like Dark something. Black Hole. No. What the hell is that thing called? I don't think I have the card, so I'm mostly looking at the ones that I don't have. This. Hypnotize. It might be worth the craft. Obviously, it's an expensive card to craft. If you are, it's not a bad card by any means, but like if you're new and you don't have any currency, that is most likely not the immediate thing I would craft. You can do something very similar for this event or just in general with just the Magma Storm, and that is like 50 shards as opposed to 2,000. So a little bit of a price difference. So I might just add the Magma Storm. Probably a good idea. Okay, we have an entirely different idea from our opponent. I almost fat fingered that again. I will drop just to deny any damage. I'm not going to get the mana surge quite yet, but it is important to grab that bridge. And now I do save for mana storm. Not sure what my opponent's idea is. Okay, so he's the Beam of Doom kind of dude. Fair enough. That was a pretty shitty fireball. It was way too late. But yeah, there you see the difference between a sentry and whatever other nonsense. The tower is annoying. It's gonna kill my Brutus. Killed my boy. Her getting mana surge will be very powerful indeed. Ah, too slow, too slow, too slow. He's gonna have, like, his mana surge sentry might actually kill me there. And also he's also running Brutus, just realized that. Yep, I got screwed. Beam of Doom would be pretty nasty here. Daggerfall is pretty good also. Too slow again on the sentry. Damn, I am getting wrecked. That's not ideal. Actually, that worked out pretty nice. Also, the thingamabob has good synergy with... That's a pretty good Beam of Doom. That is a pretty good one. That was bad. Really, really bad. Annoyed with myself. Playing really poorly. My opponent would just kill me here on Mana Surge. I'm gonna die, yeah. GG, man. That was 95% just me playing really poorly. Not properly timing my Mana Surges, doing stupid things like playing Leileo because her Mana Surge would be good, but you're playing her when you don't have Mana Surge, so you're just literally killing her for no reason. That was me. Alright, so now didn't quite get the wins that I would have liked. But now comes the phase of adapting the deck to what we learned. And I think what we learned, the mana control thing is definitely quite good. I wouldn't mind crafting it. I definitely have the resources for it, and it's a fun little card to play with. But I think the Magma Storm is just better. And like I said, 50 is a much easier asking price than 2,000. But I remove the Fireball. I mean, the Magma Storm is just a better Fireball, right? In this situation, I do think so. Yeah, I think we'll give that adaptation a try and try not to fuck it up. Is the Charger doing anything for us? I mean, it won one match. Pretty much by itself, it just killed everything that was like on the enemy's tower on this side. So that was good. Otherwise, it was kind of a dead card. What else might I want more of? Honestly, just more removal. So it's an Arcanist which dies to Daggerfall. Actually, the Archers will die too, but... maybe having the Daggerfall, or actually the Fireball. The Vortex into Fireball is a pretty nice combination also. You just grab more people into the Fireball. Yeah, maybe My Little Pony is not the right move here. People are not running flyers, so maybe... does this kill the sentry? No, it survives, just barely. So this is 200 damage. Not enough either. Interesting. Yeah, maybe just Fireball is the play. Since you're holding Mana Surge, I do think this might work. So let's give it another try. You should always use like your free entry into Mayhem, even if you can only get like the first couple, or you should definitely try to get the rubies. I would obviously like to get these things. I don't have Soul Stealer in my collection or Ghost, so both of those would be quite welcome. In all honesty, getting 12 wins is typically pretty difficult. You have to have a very well-tailored deck to whatever the challenge is, and you have to play it well most of the time. You can get some lucky runs where your opponents are just derping it up, and you just kind of steal a free 12-win run, which has happened to me, but typically you have to fight for them. I think I usually don't get the 12 wins, but I do remember like I got Stixie from one of those. So you can definitely get some really good cards from Mayhems. Sadly, this is not in my opening hand. I don't like the post-nerf elf. That's interesting. I also am floating mana like a very smart person. I need to stop it before it gets to my... Oof, that's not enough. No Guardian, feels bad, man. Too late again. Feels... Okay, I'm just gonna fireball him. I missed. I actually missed. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Feel a little bit less bad now. That was rude. Still worked, but not exactly ideal. Thankfully my Brutus is pushing pretty effectively there. I'll hold the mana. Might need to storm something here. That was not the best fire surge. Actually, let me rephrase it. That was a god-awful vortex. But we are doing okay. I will hold her mana. Okay, never mind. Actually, something else that just occurred to me would be pretty good is the shield guy. The Manor Man. That'll be a... was this guy running it? Because he had a shield up there and that's what gave me the idea. But I didn't notice him playing Bannerman. But that's actually very clever because most people are trying to run some sort of damage. Was he running Bannerman? No, he wasn't. Where the hell did that shield come from? There was a guy running the shield bridge grabber, which is also a good idea. You could do both. Yeah, I really don't like this idea. I don't like, I honestly don't like this guy's playstyle in general, just like having to hold up to 10 mana. It makes some sense because as you're waiting for the 10 mana, you're using the mana surge, or whatever it's called. No. Ah, jeez. Yeah, okay, it is called mana surge. Fair enough. So as you're waiting for the mana, you get the mana surge, but I just don't like it in general. But yeah, Bannerman would be pretty good. Because when you spawn your dudes, most people are trying to throw some damage spell at them to kill them, including myself. So yeah, Bannerman to answer would be pretty good. The problem right now is that I'm having some internet issues, so you have to factor in my reaction time along with my internet, and yeah, I get some very questionable Bannerman plays as a result. I'll do this and I'll try to grab the early bridges. Frustrating. Very, very frustrating. No, I'm not gonna do shit with, yeah, I need to get a Magma Storm here. Even though it's mostly gonna Magma Storm my own dudes, they're about to die. Hopefully it's not too late. That was very good, actually, very, very good. And the Brutus helping out is pretty nice. I'll spawn a Lily up here. Okay, that's pretty well timed. I'm gonna lose the bottom row, but that top lane is doing work. Actually, the mana surge in the bottom row is actually doing pretty well too. I could save her here with something. I don't think I even need to do that, honestly. His thing is about to spawn, so we time the fireball, and just kidding, he's dead. Celebratory fireball. Alright, that was actually well played. Good job, me. I need to pat myself on the back after, kicking myself in the shins a couple times earlier. I think it's about fair. I really wish that they wouldn't hammer home the unclaimed rewards thing so much. Yes, I get it. Yeah, I have unclaimed rewards, but now it's probably I'm afraid it's gonna. Okay, I have one part to it. Thank you, game. It's like, yes, I can see the giant flashing unclaimed rewards thing over there. You don't need to show me it after every single match. I'm sad that I missed the skin. I did have the Lone Scout, but yeah, I don't like her, honestly. After the nerf, there is much better bridge grabs that you can do. I just have her because she's an elf and she has high glory. I have her at like 200 glory. That was poor placement because there could be a... Actually, that was a master bait. Oh my god, that's hilarious. The dude just owned himself. Leo cleaning house. So yeah, this guy's using Holy Grounds. He has a lot of damaging abilities, which is understandable. That is really irritating that the 2 sentries are out of the effect. And also I'm not using my cataclysms like at all. I think I also just floated mana there. Yeah, I need to... That's pretty annoying. Oh crap, he's been holding the fucking bridges this whole time. Could have played her, but I need to kill this stupid... The puffs are getting so much value against me. That is really poor play. Okay, I need to do this. Only got those 2. And my golem got shredded. And not in any good way. There's the Bannerman. Yeah, this guy's using the Mind Control and Bannerman, which are the 2 things that are... Yeah, it's just so much damage. Yeah, that is significantly better than the Cataclysm. Because like the Bannerman answers Cataclysm, Magma Storm, whatever. It does not answer the Mind Control. So yeah, Hypnotize is definitely a better function of Magma Storm. And if you can place it in such a way that like only part of the enemies are... I think the ideal placement might be just getting like half of them. So that way they kind of just kill each other and do a bunch of damage. Although if the enemy has an empty board and you get all of them and you have Mana Surge running, that is so much damage to the face. So now we have a Setsu. This is not a great opening hand. I might just plonk down Liliel, whatever. Do I want to Cataclysm or Golem? I think I'll Cataclysm. That's also the other problem with Magma Storm. It can miss. So this guy is running the Thunderclouds. Interesting idea. Not necessarily know how good it is, but okay, we have healers also. That was good timing. That'll be a hopefully good fireball. That would have been also a good fireball, but I think I'll hold the Mana Surge for a little bit and then drop a new Golem when the other one dies. And now Mana Surge activate. Just to do a lot of damage to him instead of throwing out the fucked up. I was just watching. I needed a golem. That was so bad. I didn't get a freaking golem. I'm not rotating my cards properly. Tempting. Hopefully she can do some work there. That's a pretty strong synergy. The other problem with Magma Storm is that it has like random range. That's a very powerful, scary push. Honestly, I don't even care about that. I'm gonna hold. Oh, the storm counters a golem. I should have. Damn it. I knew that too. I was just brain fart. Alright, that should be pretty good. Yeah, Setsu offensively is a questionable play. Especially when you know. Actually, I don't know if that works, frankly. Yeah, it should be death. So, yeah, so far the best deck that I've seen for this event is definitely the one. I believe the one that beat me in this run. The guy had both the Bannerman and the HYPNOTIZE. Those two cards seem to be exceedingly powerful. Also the Mana Puffs are pretty good. The Mana Puffs and the Shield Puffs. And maybe even the Health Buff too. I remember one of my favorite Mayhems to play was everyone was the Serpent guy. I don't remember if you were the Serpent guy or you just got his abilities. I think you were him. And like the best strategy was just puffs, lots and lots of puffs. I think I did a video for that one. That was a fun Mayhem. This one is just kind of like, play elves. Okay, fine, I'll play some elves. Okay, we have a Swarmer here. I could have let them go to my face, but I also just wanted to kind of get the a bit early for that. So yeah, there he killed my ranged guys. The placement on the... I'll play her. That's... Hopefully they'll have Mana Surge by the time they actually get to that. Nah, the Mana Freeze was way too strong. I'll probably hit my own Brutus. Several times I killed my own Brutus. Oh, yeah, fuck Magma Storm. That's why I don't normally use it. It just seemed like it might be strong at this event, but the problem is it just kills everything, including your own fucking units. Or in this case, it killed specifically my own units and nothing else. That crystal is interesting. I'll back up my stronger push. Mistime that a little bit. He's getting in 9 seconds. I don't think I kill that. It's more important to kill this next wave. Should be fine. So yeah, you want to cast Layla when you have 9 mana. Okay, it's got a wrecked. I could have actually gotten... Wow, that thing lasts a lot longer than I expected. That was unfortunate. Pretty well timed for my opponent, but unfortunate for me. That thing is annoying. Honestly, I would almost prefer a third. Like, I would run 3 Crystal Golems in this deck if I'm wasting mana just talking like an idiot. Why do I feel like I only have 1 Golem? I have 2. Too slow on that. I would have liked to have done that at the proper timing, but... Oh, I didn't realize he was dead to Fireball. Trying to juggle a few too many eggs with my thought process and trying to actually play the game, trying to think, say something that is actually worth saying. And trying to not play like a total moron at the same time. It's a bit of a difficult juggling act. Yeah, with the old wildcard system, where you could just have multiple units but it actually counted towards your card count, I would easily run 3 golems in this deck. And I do believe that Hypnotize is a far better card than Magma Storm. I don't usually ever use Magma Storm, as may be evident. I mean, I'm bad with card names in general just because I don't bother memorizing it. It's just too much. I like playing a bunch of different card games, and it's already quite a lot to have to memorize, like card cost, card effects across all the different factions, across all the different games that I like to play. So adding the names of every single card on top of that is just a lot of wasted brain power. I was going to open my token, but match has been found. But yeah, I might actually just craft the... I mean, you can look at it as an investment. If you can get 12 wins by crafting 1 card, you're effectively crafting 2 legendaries for the price of 1. I would typically recommend that when it's actually a legendary that you're going to use more commonly. Like, that Hypnotize card is cool and it's fun to mess around with, but I don't know if it's actually something could have done that to save them, but thought about it too late. I think I'd actually rather just use the golem. Okay. That's fine. I'll try to aim that in a way that... Awesome. Oh no, I missed that other one. Maybe I should have done that a little bit later when my creatures actually got in range. It's a balancing act between having your Guardian get there in time to actually matter and getting there. Okay, I think at this point I'll actually just... Yeah, okay. That was a pretty good push. Pretty good. Cataclysm wasn't even played, but honestly, it might be better to just not even play it. Like, that match scarred me for life, where I played the Cataclysm, Magnustorm, whatever the hell it's called, and it killed my Brutus, but it left that entire pack up in the top lane. Ugh, that hurt. That hurt my soul. I paid 5 mana to help my opponent. And that's definitely the issue with it. So yeah, the Hypnotize is a 10 times better card for this. Even in general, it's just a far better card. It's just not a card that most decks run. It's not a typical high use card. It can be powerful, and it does have its uses, and it has its decks where it belongs. Typically in a Milloween deck, I would say, just because she has extra spell synergy. But yeah, I mean, if you can get the Ghost. The thing is, the Ghost is also not a particularly high use card. We saw one guy using it there, but I also showed why it's not a high use card, because you can just drop a ranged minion next to it and kill it before it actually goes off. But sometimes your opponent doesn't react, or if you use it in a timing that your opponent just blew out his mana and he can't react, then it's a very strong card. Okay, so I actually have my golems. Depending on what my opponent does, I might just do nothing and wait. Actually playing double golems on the timing for the spawn is not a bad idea. Can't remember if this thing actually dies to it. Let's find out, I guess. Also, no, it doesn't die at all. Jeez. Okay, so he's running Lelio. Ooh, and we got a Brutus too. I see. My opponent shredded me. I was paying too much attention to what I was doing, not enough to what he was doing, so I don't understand why I lost so badly, honestly. Because I lost both lanes after having played 2 golems. Maybe a useless surge, but I mean, it's pretty weak. Try to get the... Alright, this is succubus too, Jesus. I'll try to at least grab the bridges, but this is gonna hurt. Unfortunately, I pulled him out of range of my dude. So that was questionable play, to say the least. Questionable play, to say the least, seems to be the name of the game. Gonna die to this fucking thing. Yeah, the mana surge is just way too strong. GG, man. I generally don't know what happened in that first pitch. I'm sure if you're watching the video, I would recommend that you go back and look at why exactly I lost that push so badly, because I frankly have no idea. I will have to do that myself. Yeah, it seemed like it was going to be a good push because I had the 2 golems, but my golems just got shredded. I guess he just had a very strong mana surge. He played a Lelio, and I don't know what else he had up at the top lane, but my golems just got absolutely destroyed. It might actually be the imp, the flame imp. The flame imp was doing work. I definitely saw that, because if you play a golem, the golem will typically walk past the fire thing, and then your ranged minions will walk into the flame imp, where the flame imp shot the golem as it was walking, and that just shreds. I'll do this as a bridge grab. That's a very nice result for me, because that thing is not going to be able to fight. So I get both bridges for free, essentially. And he wasted a similar amount of mana to what I'd used. But I got both bridges. So that's a very strong opening for me. That's a very interesting play. Misplayed that a bit, but yeah, who's surprised? Actually, I'll just put a new golem here. It's an interesting rage potion. Interesting plays in general for my opponent. I wouldn't recommend duplicating them, but they are interesting. Honestly tempted to just fireball my own dudes here. Oh, it seems like a pretty good time. They're about to die. And this will hopefully do more damage to him than to me. I would say that's accurate. Yep, that'll do it. Just like randomly throwing out the stun. That had to be a fat finger. Like, just why? He just randomly stunned my master when there was literally nothing near me. He must have thought that was like a fireball, but like, why would you fireball my face? Did he have a magma storm that he never used? Maybe he thought he was playing Clear Skies, or he just wanted to cycle the card, but like, you're gonna cycle 2 mana like that? You can actually do a little bit of damage with it. I got the rubies at the very least, so that's worthwhile. It's definitely worth trading, how much? Yeah, 55 rubies for 750 gold. That's a pretty good purchase. Even if you have to enter a few times to get it, which actually I think I paid more than 750 gold. You should always do at least like the free run. It's definitely worth doing. But if you can get a few wins, then that's very nice too. Searching, searching, searching. Let's open this. I've had really terrible luck with tokens recently. Like, I spent a bunch of gold, I think it was yesterday. I bought like 17 or 18 tokens, plus like 3 from rewards, and I literally didn't even get a single purple card. That's like awful, awful luck. I usually don't buy like the legendaries in the shop unless it's something that I would really, really want. But, because it can either be a free random legendary, I mean not free, you're paying 16,000 for it. It can either be a random legendary or it can be a specific card. So I typically, if it's a specific card that I actually want, I'll get it. Otherwise, no dice. So is Leliel just that good? Because like, this is looking like some very strong deja vu. Fuck. Was that enough? That actually made a very strong... Oh yes, okay, I understand now. That's exactly what crushed my earlier push. It was the Leliel. Her Mana Surge shield just does so much fucking damage. I mean, Mana Surge obviously does a ton of damage in itself, but hopefully I can hit the Leliel there. Otherwise, this is going to be wasted. Okay, nice. I beat the spirit there. Yeah, so it's Leliel shredding. Well, two can play that game. I do have her. I'm not using her properly or at all, which I suppose is the same thing. Nice, you played the Stixie into it. Was it a Stixie? I literally have no idea. Come on, Mana Surge. Give me Mana Surge. Okay. I'm gonna give them... Unfortunately, that particular play lost me. Yeah, that lost me the... Yeah, that's a nice use of the game. Fuck. That may have been too late. I hope it gets there in time. Okay, Leliel died. That's very strong. The stupid puff saved something down here. Yeah, my opponent's just using Mana Surge better. And he's using Leliel very, very well. Too fucking late. So it wasn't a Stixie, it's just a regular dude. Yeah, Lelio is just brutal. Jesus. That was a better fireball than my usual. Too early. Crap. Okay, I got both his Lelios. Let's go. Please, I need my Lelio in front. No! I was able to stop that one. I'm gonna lose the mana surge there, but hopefully the Guardian catches up. Okay, you need to fucking die, like over my mana surge. That's maybe a mistake, and actually the SCRAT might have been able to do it. I should have saved that for that actually should kill him. It's probably going to kill my own Terra Brutus, but it should kill him, question mark? No. Okay, Brutus did the job. Woo! That was good. This guy was really good. I was pretty sure I was going to lose. But yeah, that's why you got to play till the end. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Suppose it's not a... That turn of phrase is no longer acceptable. Yeah, he was using the double, what the hell are they called? Wild cards on Lelio. That's what shredded me. That is what shredded me. Okay, I dig that. Maybe 2 is enough, just play them on both sides. Because I do like, well, the thing is you're not going to have the mana to run like 3 Lelios and 3 Golems. But she's so fucking strong. Like, that is what was shredding my Golems, the Lelio. When my Mana Surge guys hit their Lelio, it was just shredding my Golems. And I didn't understand it, so I played another Golem into it, and it just got shredded too. So yeah, I just wasted like 10 mana on those rounds. Okay, now at least I understand what's happening, and I understand I need to be prioritizing my Lelio. I do think Ravager is a very good pick. It's not just for the Brutus, which is very good, but actually the Frenzy is very nice as well. Yeah, like Crystal Sentries with Frenzy and Mana Surge is a scary thing to see. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather he kill those Crystal Archers and not the... I mean, he might just kill both, of course. Oof, that's gonna suck. Yeah, Brutus is unfortunately very good at fat fingered there a bit, so I played late. No, that buff needs to die. Assuming he's gonna crystal again, so I'll play this. And by crystal I meant hypnotize. Should have done this. I needed to kill that buff like a century ago. That thing is gonna do absolutely nothing. Okay, I killed the 2 at the top. Oh, Incubus. Incubus is another good one. Saved my face a little bit of pain there. Actually, I'll do this. Hopefully they'll... Oh no, they won't attack. Fuck. No, that was probably poorly timed. That was very, very poorly timed. Yep, I'm just getting wrecked. The mind control thing is so powerful, because especially against a Ravager, like he kills the 2... I just kind of gave up there. Contrary to what I said earlier, this one I'm pretty sure was over. I was just losing too much. The Hypnotize is so strong because Ravager kills the two Arcanists, the AoE minions. So yeah, the Incubus is a really strong card as well. He is very good at killing ranged units, and he's even using a wild card on that. Yeah. Honestly, the rest of his deck is kind of, well, I do like the Mad Puffs and I do like the Bannerman idea. The Daggerfall, sure, but the Hypnotize, Lelio, all this random stuff doesn't really matter. Like if you can have more Bannermans and I would probably run, yeah, maybe the wild card and Hypnotize is correct, and maybe Bannerman with a wild card. I don't know. But, well, okay, sure. Just can't. This is something that kind of annoys me with this game. Like, just claim all rewards with one button. Like, it loves making you click to claim rewards. I came back to this game after like months of not playing, so I missed a couple seasons. And I had to click through like so many goddamn chests, because then it doesn't just give you like, here's your end of season rewards. It's like, oh, you were in platinum at the end of one season, so here's the rewards for wood division, here's the reward for stone, here's the reward for silver, here's for gold. Here's so much clicking. I got carpal tunnel from this game. Oh my god, I was clicking for like 20 minutes just cycling through different rewards, and like, okay, cool, a bunch of free stuff, but can I just like click once and be like, oh, awesome, free stuff, and not just have to click through it every single time? Otherwise, do enjoy the game. It's just a minor gripe. But yeah, check your store. Power tokens at a discount. I mean, okay, this is definitely worth it, because 1,000 is the cost of a token for one rare card. Okay, it's a shitty rare card, but whatever. It's a rare card for 1,000. That is pretty good, because you're probably gonna get jack shit from these 3 tokens. The 10, like, I wouldn't. If you're starting out and you don't have a very extensive collection, I wouldn't spend too much gold on worrying about glory, because glory will come with just playing the game more, and you'll get a bunch of stuff anyway. Glory helps you complete your season pass faster, and you should definitely be spending your rubies on your season passes if you have it. Also, I would just like to take this moment to say that these Guardians are hot garbage. Like super hot garbage. 200 glory for a 6 mana waste of a card. Like, Jesus. The best use that I have seen of these golems is a dude that put them in front of his face, so he played a 6 mana wall. Like, just play the wall, man. The wall's much better. And it actually has some synergy with like that rally that turns your buildings into warriors. Yeah, goddamn, that card is hot garbage. Anyway, I think this video has gone on far long enough. Have a good evening.